Right, I'm gonna list some numbers, transfer fees. I want you to say yes if you think we should sign him for that, and I want you to say no when I get to the numbers.
You're going to go from
I'm going to start low and I'm going to work my way up. £35 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. 40 million.
Yeah.
£45 million.
Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to Stretford Paddock. This is Uncensored. How you doing, Joe?
So I was just juicing out there. I'm very well. How are you?
Juicer.
How are you doing?
I'm good, man. It's hot, innit? It's too hot.
Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't start a video talking about the weather, but...
We'll talk about the weather in a bit. We'll get into the juicy fruit.
Once we're done with all the...
Once we've got the football stuff out of the way. Let's talk about Ollie Watkins, I think. No place like the present.
Ollie Watkins.
Was that to the tune of Alejandro?
Yeah.
By Lady
Don't
Gaga?
call my name, don't call my name. Ollie Watkins, that's not my name, that's not my name. Ollie Watkins.
That's sorted then, so we can sign him now.
And Alejandro's going, so...
Yeah, we can have that.
Swapsies.
Do you like Ollie Watkins? 29. So the talk at the minute, let's just paint the picture a little bit.
Paint it.
Laurie Whitwell yesterday spoke about United have made, I think, some sort of contact. He's under consideration for Manchester United as a number 9 option.
Is that like when you go, I might have KFC tonight?
Yeah. You've still got to float it with your partner. What do you reckon tonight? Oh, I had a big lunch, so probably not. Okay, maybe not. Or, I haven't had one of them in ages. I haven't had a Ollie Watkins in ages. Guzzle that down. So he's under consideration for United. It seems as though you mentioned this to me that it's probably going to be if Højlund leaves, but that's not, obviously, none of it's sort of.
It was kind of 100%. Suggested in the reporting.
Yeah. So I don't think it's not advanced by any means, but he's a name on the list. And we've not actually seen that many names on the list as far as number 9s go. We've seen Gyökeres, who it seems like is more Amorim-led. Osimhen, it seems like it's the fans who want him more than the club. And then we've seen Hugo Ekitike, which again, maybe is at a similar stage to Watkins, where it's like, could this deal happen and would we want it to? So that's sort of where we're up to with this.
Ekitike, innit, is going to be too much money, and I don't think he's worth the money that Frankfurt would want for him.
But the difference is, and then obviously there's loads of differences, one of the differences is Ekitike is 7 years younger than Watkins. Watkins, 29, been around the block a little bit, but he's got double digits Premier League goals in all 5 seasons he's been in the Premier League, including 35 Premier League goals in his last 2 seasons. Kind of gone under the radar a little bit. I feel like he's been pushed out a bit in people's minds post-Euros.
Well, Marcus Rashford got to Villa.
Yeah.
And Unai Emery started Rashford over Watkins a lot.
Yeah.
Which was strange. Now, that could be because Watkins was heavily linked with a move away to Arsenal in January.
Yeah.
And it could be a case that they've known Watkins is probably going to leave. So let's plan for the year ahead without him. And obviously they were looking at whether they wanted to keep Rashford. But, you know, when Arsenal were linked with Watkins, I didn't care if they got him.
No.
That's not to say I think he's a bad player. I just don't think he's the striker that's going to take you to the next level. Although United's level at the moment isn't great, so probably he does with us. He's better than Højlund, isn't he? I mean, it's not a big, it's not difficult to be better than Højlund, is it? But he is better than Højlund. Maybe if we had him when Højlund arrived, or someone like him when Højlund arrived, Højlund would be in a better position now. And then also a lot of people have been speaking about, when we sign a striker, what does that mean for Cheeto? The Ollie Watkins type signing could be beneficial to him.
Yeah.
You also got the fact that, in Mbeumo, who we're likely to get, and Cunha, who we've got, if you add Watkins to that, I say in quote, it's almost guaranteed Premier League goals.
Yeah.
Although it's not really, nothing's a guarantee.
Nothing's a guarantee.
You thought Alexis Sanchez was, really wasn't.
Yeah. But in football, that's about as good as you're going to get. They've done it consistently over a number of years in the same league that they're still playing in. You can't ask for much more in terms of a guarantee, can you?
And he would probably work in the system. He helps others get into play, doesn't he? He's good with his back to goal. He's good in terms of running in behind. He's a good striker. But I'd rather Osimhen.
So, but if Osimhen isn't really an option though.
Yeah, he's not, is he?
It doesn't seem like it, does it? Although he's not, he can't quite get a deal to work in Saudi. He can't quite get the Galatasaray extension to carry on.
Get out of the way.
He's obviously leaving Napoli, I think, one way or another. So, not that we're seem to be pushing for it, but maybe we've got as decent a chance as anyone just because he ain't gone anywhere else yet. No one else can get a deal done with him either.
Maybe United are concerned with their wage structure and don't want to bring someone in who's probably going to be at the top end of that. But I just feel like Osimhen's so much more of a sure bet. Again, there's nothing really sure about anything, but it's so much more of a sure bet than a Sesko or a Gyökeres or
a Ekitike.
Or a Ekitike.
But just looking at Watkins next to Osimhen, obviously I think Osimhen is a better player than Watkins. I'm not arguing that. But I think this season Watkins got 16 league goals. Last season he got 19 league goals. It wouldn't shock me at all if Osimhen came in and hit those exact numbers. Yeah. Like, upper teens. I think would.
Have you left your phone on? This is uncensored, so Hello? It stays in.
That's literally my laptop ringing, which is closed. My phone's on silent, as you can see. I'm getting a call on my phone, but it's on silent. That was ringing out my laptop. That shouldn't happen. What's going on there? Turn this bitch off. Sorry about that. We will keep it in, like you said, it's uncensored, but it's literally just crashed now. I won't do anything, so I'm not sure what's happened there. That's weird, isn't it?
That's weird. Was that Skype?
No, it was a phone call.
Does Skype still exist? Do people use Skype?
Well, I'll tell you what, weirdly, you just asked this. About 5 minutes ago, I just deleted that Skype off Jay's laptop. Because Jay came to me, because he saw all his scratch discs were full. He was trying to export a thumbnail. And so many files on the computer. And I looked in his applications. He had Skype. He had like all the stuff that he did.
Like the XE files?
Yeah.
So he doesn't even delete, he installs stuff and leaves
He's installing and leaving the package remnants. He's just opening sandwiches and just dropping the bag all over the floor. It's just all sorts going on. So no, it wasn't Skype. It was just a normal call. But I wouldn't be surprised if you bought Osimhen and he gets you 16, 17, 18, 19 goals. And you'd kind of consider that a success, I think.
About 20?
20 goals. You could kind of consider that a success. And yet with Watkins, when you're almost guaranteed 15 to 20 goals, again, as close as a guarantee, it don't feel as exciting. Why?
I think it's an improvement on what we have in it. I just don't think it's that exciting.
He's not though. But I wanted to chat about this. Why isn't Ollie Watkins an exciting footballer? Because the goal return is exciting.
Is it because he's English? His name's Ollie Watkins. He plays for Villa.
Yeah.
He's never, although the last striker we signed from Villa did really well.
Who was that? Let me think. Villa striker. Why can't I think?
You're a fucking disgrace.
How many years ago? Recent. It's not Dwight York.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
He's the last striker we signed from Villa.
Yeah, probably is. Oh, well, that's what I was thinking. I was going back through my head and that's why I couldn't think of it. It took us 20...
We never signed a striker from Villa.
I don't think so.
We never signed like Bonlahor, did we?
Not as far as I'm aware. We would have definitely spoken about that on this show if we had. I mean, you wouldn't call Ashley Young a striker, although he did play as a sort of number 10 at times.
He was a winger, innit?
Yeah. Do you remember for England, though, he used to play just behind the striker for that?
He played everywhere, didn't he?
Yeah.
For United, apart from in goal.
Yeah, and centre-back.
Left back, full back. He played in midfield at some point.
Right back, number 10, left wing, right wing.
And probably played up front at some point for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Impressive, that. Impressio.
If we had Ashley Young and Antonio Valencia now, who were, whilst we loved them, they were much maligned. Is that the word?
Yes.
Like, it was a bit...
Yeah.
Chop a bollock off of them now. They'd be the best wingers in the world.
Who would you rather have, a 22-year-old Ashley Young or a 22-year-old Antonio Valencia right now?
That's a fucking good question. Ashley Young?
Yeah.
Early career Ashley Young, late career Antonio Valencia.
Yeah. So we get 22 to 29 Young and then 29 to 32 Valencia. Because Valencia still had those thighs, didn't he? He was powering up and down. Do you remember when he first became a right back and he was like one of the best right backs in the league for a season?
Was it his goal at Blackburn or Wigan? Where he just
I was thinking the Wigan one.
From out, like, he was quite wide and just twatted it into the side of the net.
Is it hit it first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it was first time. He may have had a run onto it.
Had a little touch. I feel like he had a run onto it.
Yeah, he was a man, innit?
He was very good.
He was weird as well because you remember he took the number 7 shirt and then was like, I can't deal with this.
Just took it off and just.
But I quite respect
backed away from it, didn't he?
Quite respect. He took 2 + 5.
Too spooky.
He put 2 + 5 on and said, you know what? Someone else can have it.
It would be weird too. I mean, obviously, for anyone fair play, and maybe they added scrutiny and pressure and just didn't want it. But it'd be weird to me I can't ever imagine playing football, having a game that I deem to be like a bad game or a bad month, and going, I think it's because of that. It wouldn't cross my mind that it was the number having any effect on me whatsoever. As
someone that was like obsessed with Eric Cantona and David Beckham,
yeah,
like in school and stuff, I made it like I always wore number 7.
And that, it off people.
That continued in school. It was kind of accepted, and then like when I was captain of teams, I'd always wear it. And then occasionally someone else would want it, and you would be like, if I wore like number 13, I'd be fuming.
But how are you making that happen? Are you sidling up to the coach during give out time?
Well, what happens
are you
when
getting
you start
your parents to speak to the coach?
No, like you just because the shirts just get put out, don't they?
And you're just in there straight
and you
away.
just go through. Hey, where's the 7 at? I'll have it.
And what if someone else went?
But then we did play for teams where they would have just hung up,
and
then you go in and take it. And
but so you're making sure that you're at the front of the queue to get in, because everyone wants 7, 10, and 9, really, don't they? They're the best ones. If
8 was a
8's alright. Yeah, for a centre mid, yeah.
8's a great number.
Yeah,
I'd take 11.
11's decent,
but which was more suited to me because I was a left winger. But
I think for me, I don't think 7 is the best number. It's too flashy for me. I wouldn't have felt comfortable in it. So maybe
I thought it was Beckham, innit? The Bollywood Becks.
I think for me, 10 is the best number. That's the number for me.
I had the Preds on.
Yeah.
I had the curtains.
Did you ever dye your hair? Did you get some?
I never, but I did like have the mohawk and stuff like that. Not the shaved in one, but like just
bit
gelled up one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was Beckham. Like I'd get everything Beckham.
Yeah. Do you remember those boots they had where it was him on it? Like sort of Air Jordan style. It was like a little David Beckham, like leaning back, taking the free kick. They had that for a bit,
didn't they?
Yeah.
That's why, you know what infuriates me? You know how like people, like Jude Bellingham comes on the scene for like a bit, and now he's like Adidas's guy, and everyone's like, oh, never seen. David Beckham didn't die for that.
No.
I mean, put some work in.
How long do you think you should have to sustain it for before you start getting your own logos, your own boots?
Yeah, a couple of years, man.
A few years.
Yeah.
I think Bellingham's really good.
I think he's mint.
Yeah.
And I think he's better. Like people do with Jude Bellingham, a lot of it becomes, oh, have you seen his attitude? He swore at the ref and all that. Mate, he's from Birmingham. You should see us when we talk to refs.
I've seen you when you talk to the refs. Danny Aarons, who was the ref on that day, still getting over it. But I think
he hasn't spoke to me since.
There's two with Bellingham. I feel like there's two sort of sections of people. To one level of people, they overrate him and they just talk about him like his best player. But then there's like this sort of I know more than you crowd that think he's shit or think he's massively overrated. And I think we just slip in between the two. I think he's a fantastic player, but he's not best player in the world, is he? He shouldn't be winning Ballon d'Ors and all that like he was nominated for.
No.
Back to Ollie Watkins a sec. I know this is going to sound stupid. One of the things you said there, his name is Ollie Watkins, which is one of the reasons why he's not as like revered as he should be. Do you think that matters?
I used to say it about, I was someone like 2000, early 2000s maybe.
Yeah.
I wanted Darren Bent at Man United. This is mental, like, it sounds crazy. But I used to say to people, if he was Italian, everyone would fucking want him, mate. If his name was Bentinho or Bentinelli.
Bentini.
Bentinelli's a good one.
Bentinelli's very good.
If his name was Dazza Bentinelli, everyone would want him.
Yeah. Dario Bentinelli. What a name.
He
already plays for West Ham. Didn't he? We've just conceived him. We could go Wikipedia now. We'd find him. He'd look like Darren Bent, but a bit different. And he would have scored 8 goals in 48 games for West Ham.
Yeah, big signing. He would have been big money as well.
Yeah, 26 million back in those days. Yeah. That was a lot. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's a few players like that. I think Defoe was a little bit like that.
Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah. I think who else was like that? I think probably I think Ollie Watkins is doing that where he's putting out the numbers of players better than him, but he never gets considered on that level. Also, he's a bit clunky.
Big goal for England as well, remember?
That was a great goal.
Was it against the Dutch?
I think it was, yeah. That's his bread and butter, innit?
It was a great goal.
Good ball striking, in and around.
And you know what I quite like? You know me not being asked about a signing, I like it. Yeah. I don't want to get excited.
I'm the opposite.
No, if we sign Ollie Watkins and I'm not excited, it's good, man.
Folly Slopkins. That'd be nice. Right, I'm gonna list some numbers, transfer fees. I want you to say yes if you think we should sign him for that, and I want you to say no when I get to the numbers.
You're gonna go from
I'm gonna start low and I'm gonna work my way up. And I'll start realistically low. £35 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. 40 million.
For Wally Watkins.
This is all Wally Watkins.
Yeah.
45 million pounds.
How many years he got left on his contract?
It ends in 2028, so he's got 3 years left. He signed it in 2023, 5-year piece. 50 million pounds.
I'd stop at 50.
52.5 million pounds.
Stop at 50.
51 million pounds.
Stop at 50.
45
are you
plus
like David
10 in
Dickinson here
add-ons.
to put more money on the table?
45 plus 10 in add-ons.
What are the add-ons?
Play 30 games for us, score 20 goals for us, win a trophy with us for the last 2 million, sorry.
They're too easy.
But if he wins a trophy...
One should be a golden boot one.
That's never happening.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but then why would they accept it?
Because they think it will happen.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
45 plus 10, final offer. Going once.
45 plus 7.5.
Deal. So you spend 52 million quid on him, and that's your
I
limit.
think he's worth that.
Okay.
I think United... if you've noticed... Have you noticed? There's been a lot of talk about Villa and Garnacho, and then it was Man United and Emi Martinez, and now it's Man United and Wally Watkins. I feel like they're trying to do some PSR dabbling.
Well, we're into the next year now, financially. We've ticked over, it's July the 1st today, isn't it? Yes,
Yeah.
still. Yeah. We've ticked over into July the 1st, which means that they can't now make up last year's books. So anything that Villa do, because Villa, I think... I don't know if
But they just sold their women's team to themselves.
How is that?
They're balling.
They've pulled a lever, haven't they?
Can't we do that?
Well, apparently it's very lucrative, that.
Sell Manchester United's women's team to Tampa Bay Bucks.
Well, I don't even think you need to. You can just sell them to...
Make a new company.
To Ineos.
They could sell it to us.
Yeah, or we can sell it to sort of Red Holdings or whatever. Rob Holding. Don't know why we're selling it to him. But yeah, you can just sell it to one of the other companies that you own. I just think I don't want United to do all that stuff.
I do.
Isn't there sort of moral
I don't
high ground
want
that
state ownership. I've not gone that far.
Yeah.
But I am now. If everyone's going to break the... And this City thing will make or break my opinions on this, if they get away with it. But like, we should just go, right, Ineos are sponsoring us for £1 billion.
I don't think that falls in line with sort of market value, though, does
City
it?
get 400-500 million. We're worth double.
I don't think...
City's deal was like 400-500 million, wasn't it? The record-breaking deal that they did.
Was it?
With Etihad or something, yeah.
What, for like 15 years or something?
Something.
Jesus.
We should just do a Billy.
Pop a Billy on it. I don't think Ratcliffe's got it. Didn't he lose a bit when all the chemicals fell off or something? All the chemicals.
Didn't they pull out of a deal with Spurs as well?
Yeah,
and someone else?
they did. And I think
New Zealand. The Kiwis.
The Kiwis, the All Blacks.
You don't get the Kiwis angry.
No, that's true. Isn't it a shame that they're named after such a sort of puny little animal?
Oh, Kiwis are great.
Yeah, but they're like that big.
Animal?
What?
It's not the fruit.
Shut up. You don't think they're named after the fruit?
I thought it was the fruit from New Zealand.
No, they're named after the animal.
What's the animal?
Pull up a kiwi on the screen, please.
Pull out your kiwi.
A picture of a kiwi. We'll drag it over on the little current piece. You must know what a kiwi looks like.
Yeah, they're green and that, and then you cut them in half and use your spoon.
That's the fruit still. I'm talking about the animal.
Delicious, man.
They are delicious, actually.
I had some great kiwis in Portugal.
Did you?
I was an animal at a breakfast bar for
There you go.
kiwi.
There's a kiwi, look.
Oh, that's a little duck.
It's not a duck.
It's got a quacker. It's got a beak.
Yeah. It's
That's
lovely.
a duck, bro.
It's not a duck.
That's a fucking
Look at
duck.
it. It lives in the dirt.
That's a duck.
It can attack ground-dwelling beasts with its long penetrative
That's
nose.
a duck.
It's not a duck, is
It's a
it?
fucking duck.
Where do they live?
Has he got wings?
Do they live? Yeah, has it got wings, actually? It must have wings. It's a bird.
Why is the
It's
second
flightless.
search
It's a flightless-
kiwi pregnant?
It's a little flightless piece. It's one of the...
So are you going to apologise?
To who?
Me? I said it was a bird. You said it wasn't.
You said it was a fruit.
No, I said this was a bird, but kiwis are named after the fruit, man.
No, they're not. They're named after that. It's got vestigial wings. It's the national
Are they still
animal of
alive?
New Zealand. Yeah, they're still
They're not
alive.
extinct.
No, you're thinking of the dodo.
Dodo.
Whatever. Potato. Potato, bedodo.
Did we have dodos here? Or were they just like an exotic bird?
I actually don't know.
Because there's a dodo in Lion King, isn't there?
Is there?
That's what Rowan Atkinson is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Fuck off! What's happening here? What do you mean, Ronan? No, Ronan Kitchen's a fucking
Because Simba says to him at one
toucan.
point, I ain't taking no advice from a damn dodo.
I think that might be comedic license. It's a toucan.
He is quite a funny lad, Simba, isn't he? Are you sure it's a toucan?
Yeah, he's got the fucking nose of it. He's got that big colourful nose. That's a toucan, isn't it?
What's it called again?
Toucan play at that game. He's called...
Your friend.
Oh, what's he called? Oh, what's he called?
Iago's from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Simba, Nala, and Mufasa, and
Timon and Pumbaa, obviously.
Timon Pumbaa.
What's he called, the little bird?
What is Simba's mom's name? Zazu.
Zazu.
Yeah.
He's a... Oh, he's
What
a
is his mom's name?
Bill.
Bet you don't know this.
Whose mum? Zazu's mum?
Not Zazu's mom.
Oh.
Simba's mummy.
Simba's mum. So his dad is called Mufasa. And his mum is called...
Because we never hear her name, really.
Did we not?
Mufasa says it.
Does it? Can I have the first initial, please?
S.
Sangria.
Sarabi. Fucking great, innit? I am great. I am top knowledge
She's
on...
the queen of the Pride
Top knowledge on
Lands.
Lion King. My mastermind subject would be Lion King.
Would it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you a couple of questions now. Bum, 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 bum.
What song does Zazu sing?
You're not asking me. I'm the one who's playing, what's it called here?
Imagine if
Who
we went on
pronounced it
Mastermind, did Manchester United and absolutely Monty Python it?
Well, let's do Lion King Mastermind right now.
Go on.
Okay.
I better not get one wrong now. It's going to be...
I mean, I don't even know. Let me do it. Let me get a couple of questions up for you.
Oh, my God. You know what, yeah? Me and my mate Sam Grafton, shout out Sam. He's an Arsenal fan, bless him, but he's an amazing man.
He's an amazing fan.
Yeah. We played some... We do all these sports quiz games and we're bored somewhere. And he chat GPT 10 questions on Man United for me.
Yeah.
And asked me them. And like some of the chat GPT answers were wrong. So I was correcting the answers. Like I was going, this is the answer. And he was going, nah, it's not.
Do you remember an example?
Like, you know...
Or any of the questions?
I think the overlap fucked me over with one as well.
Yeah, that was the Berbatov one, wasn't it?
Yeah, 30.75 million. He was Fergie's most expensive signing. And then they said it was Rio, who cost 29 million.
For some reason, the internet on my phone just simply doesn't work.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
I think you don't have to deal with this, does he? Who is it who presents Mastermind
How have we
now?
changed our Google background? That's class, that.
Yeah, I don't know.
There they are, all standing in a row. You need to say something big once, small once, some as big as your head.
Do you want to sign Ollie Watkins, yes or no? Finally, before we move on. That's the last one. Then we'll start taking the piss out of man. Say, why does my Wi-Fi and internet
What happens
not
if we
fucking
don't
work?
sign Ollie
So
Watkins
infuriating.
with this question?
If we don't sign Ollie
This
Watkins,
scenario.
we instead get John Duran on loan.
I'd take John Duran.
On loan?
I'd take John Duran.
He's already gone to Fenerbahce, apparently. What, in the last 40 minutes? Yeah. Yeah? He's gone, That's done.
Is that...
That's not confirmed, surely.
That's old Jose Mourinho. You know what's annoying? They were going to
here
buy
we go.
Sancho, now they've lost all their money.
Right, so if we don't get Ollie Watkins, we're just going to have Højlund and Xerxes up front.
Ollie Watkins.
Yeah. I'd have him. I think he could be good.
If the choice is Højlund leaves and we get Ollie Watkins, and it's... Because the price that's being talked about for Ollie Watkins is like 30, 40 million, isn't it?
Well, 40 is what I saw, yeah, but I think...
Let's say you get 30 million for Højlund somehow. I'd do it. I'd do it.
Yeah. I think I'd do it as well. I'm just finding the mastermind host.
What are you doing? By the way, guys, have you seen that Joe's t-shirt says Paul McCartney's got back?
Yeah. What's up with that?
Now we know why you like him.
Paul McCartney.
Absolutely
got back.
towing a trailer behind him, isn't
No, it don't mean that. You know the song Get Back by the Beatles?
We've had...
You must have heard that song.
Let's not go there again. Is it the one that Justin Timberlake did it after? Bringing sexy back.
Yeah, it's that. It's like that, but it happened in the 60s. It's just a reference to that. So instead of Get Back, he's got back now.
He's got back.
But I think he's 82, so he probably doesn't know what
Paul
that
McCartney's
means.
got
He probably
back.
doesn't know that what got back means.
Sick. Thickums, Paul McCartney.
Thicker than a Snickers, as they say. Let's talk about Man City. Nicely trounced. Oh, they weren't trounced.
You know what? I didn't even know the game was happening. I woke up, saw they'd lost, and I was happy. Did a little yes.
Why? What do you make of the Club World Cup? Because obviously not.
I really want to be involved.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have you got into it?
No, I've not watched the game.
Right.
I just want Man United to be involved.
Why?
So we can sing twice more than England, world champions thrice.
Thrice would be nice.
Thrice would be nice.
Thrice would be
I love
nice.
being able to say we're world champions.
Do you? Did you care about it when we won it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Did you really? I just don't care. I don't.
Also,
like
we look
it
at like
all.
I hate that we have to do this, but you look at like PSR things and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of money involved in the competition. I also think mooching around America, whilst we're going to do that this year, this summer, this month, in fact,
Yeah.
it would have been quite nice doing it for a competitive reason.
Yeah.
I like it. I like seeing Benfica play Boca Juniors and all that kind of stuff. I was gutted when we kind of just had an abysmal performance at it in 2000. Yeah, I'm a fan.
I hate it.
There might be a lot of issues with it. I'm not denying that. I've not watched it,
As a
but I
concept,
want United in it.
as a concept, I like the idea of like world teams getting a chance to play each
Yeah.
other occasionally. I think
Good.
that's a good idea. I don't like the way that the money's been sorted on it. I don't like how much money's involved with it. It all
I also
feels
think
a
they
little
diminished the
bit dodgy.
competition when like Inter Miami are in it because Messi's there.
Yeah, I don't like the qualification of it. Although Inter Miami, I think, did have the best regular season MLS record, but they didn't win it. And I don't like the fact that it's based just on European and international accolades either.
No, it should be, because if you're going to be in, so it's winners of like the Asian Champions League and Copa Libertadores
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah, that's good, man.
You think that's the best way to do it?
Yeah.
But is Chelsea winning the Champions League 4 years ago more
I
relevant
know that's
than
weird.
like,
And then now it's a completely different team.
yeah, especially when you think like if you could have won the Europa League this season, and that is valued lower than winning the Champions League 4 years ago. And obviously, in terms of trophy cabinet, it is. But the time scale thing on it's weird. I think you should have the winner from each of them. I don't know. It's a hard way to do it, isn't it?
Or you do it more regularly, like every 2 years,
I don't know.
when there's no international.
But then everyone's going to be fucked. Every single summer is going to just be full of tournaments. There's never going to be a year off for anyone.
Or couldn't they do
Or for the top players, anyway.
the group stages during the season?
No. That's not going to work, is it? It's just the same.
I want to be in it, man.
You're desperate to be in it.
I'm desperate to be in it.
I wouldn't mind being in it, but I just wish it didn't exist.
You want to be in it.
I want to be in it.
I even wanted to win it before it was what it is now.
What do you make of the trophy of it?
It's
Have you
a
seen
bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a trophy, is it? How do you even hold it? You're holding. It's
Also,
just
like
a
you
big
hold it and then the
disc.
thing spins in the
thing in the
middle,
middle spinning.
grazes your hand.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things that if you spin the middle bit, you can probably put it in it. It'll just like.
Or like, what if you're holding it, then the middle bit moves and smacks you in the face?
That's
Is
so
that?
embarrassing. I hope that happens, especially if Chelsea win it. So City.
I hope an English club don't win it.
Yeah, me too. Because if an English club wins it, they get about 80 million quid. Prof.
They'll buy themselves. They'll buy their women's team back.
Yeah. What a day for the club that would be. What a romantic moment that would be. Chelsea taking back ownership of their own women's team again.
From
Also,
themselves.
why not sell? I mean, obviously the women's team, people sell it because I guess it's more palatable. But at some point, someone's going to sell the fucking men's team back to themselves for $1 billion or $2 billion. Why has no one done that yet? Because Man United, realistically, without having to break the sort of what clubs are worth, we could sell our men's team to ourselves for £5 billion. That's the end of the transfer.
Or like, what if we did this? We sold Bruno Fernandes to Red Football Limited or whatever the fuck it's called for £1 billion, but then he's still our player.
But I think that the problem is that with all the
third party ownership of players isn't allowed, obviously. But
yeah, and also there is an element of you have to be able to pretend that there's market value. Because obviously I know City have pushed it and they've probably gone too far. But if United, we couldn't sell an Ineos shirt sponsorship for £1 billion a year when the current record is 70 million a year. Because that is clearly But you could sell. Why couldn't you sell the men's team back to yourself? It might be a one-time and done thing, but if you do, that's the stadium paid for. That's the debt gone. That is enough transfer windows for the next 20 years, even at fucking 100 million each, because you can amortise that over 5 years. Is someone going to do that at some point? And if they do, is it the end of football?
I think we've witnessed the end of football.
When?
It's happened without us knowing it.
It always does, doesn't it?
It's like you remember when it'd go, Friday night kickoffs. Are you fucking crazy? We can't allow that. And then it happens. Oh, it's only one game.
Yeah.
And now it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
And then it's fuck knows what next. Every day. We're playing every day.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Back in the day, they used to sometimes play 2 games in 2 days.
Really? What, in like the 1800s and that?
No, like early 90s.
Oh, really?
Late 80s.
The 1900s.
So I remember like stories are United played this team and then 2 days later we fucking played this lot.
Yeah.
And a day later we played this lot. And it's like, fuck's what?
That's not allowed. You can see though how, when you look back at the history books, whether it's just football or politics or anything, and people go, how do people let that happen? You realise that when something happens over 2 to 10 years, you go, oh, I didn't love that, but like,
well, there's so many things in world news right now where you go, when we were taught in history, if we were about them, we wouldn't have allowed this to happen. And it's like we're about right now.
We're letting
it's happening again.
It's literally happening.
On a bigger scale.
Yeah, but because it happens incrementally, like you said, there's a mixture of people being scared, people being stupid, and people not really having... If we sent out 1 million people on the streets to protest, let's just stick to football for the sake of it being less,
Super League.
The Super League. But if you sent 1 million people out now to protest the way people qualify for the World Cup, you would look mental.
Yeah.
It would never happen. But that is one step towards qualification not being based on merit, which is one of the things. Because the Super League all came at once, we're like, that's bollocks, that's bollocks, that's bollocks. The whole fuck this, we're all out. And it worked. But when you do it incrementally, there's never a moment for where everyone goes, fuck this. Because it goes, well, that's shit, but we can live with it. And then you look back 5 years ago, it's changed completely. And it's become the thing you
so that's how to take your rights away.
But it is. And obviously, we're not qualified to talk about the political... anyone can talk about what they want. I don't feel qualified to talk about that. But from a football perspective, things just sneak under the radar year after year after year. And before you know it, you're going to have teams selling their own club back to themselves. You're going to have the women's team in the car park and the fucking vending machines being owned by a third party. You're going to have non-merit-based qualification for international tournaments. At some point, and I'm still predicting this, people have a go at me every time, I can see the Saudi teams being part of the European Champions League, in the same way that you get Australia in the fucking Eurovision Song Contest. I know it's not the same thing, but I think they go, actually, well, no, because the things just blend together over time, and we're going to look back and go, what the fuck happened? Horrible. Hate it, personally.
No, I mean, it happens, or it's just happening.
Yeah.
It's just happening, isn't it? And plus, it's like, even like things with like state ownership and stuff like that. I think universally, football fans kind of go, this is bad.
Yeah.
But then when it's your team, it's like Newcastle fans singing, we've got Cristiano Ronaldo, selling the pies.
We've got Lionel Messi cleaning the boots.
If that happened to Sunderland and not them, they'd be going, this is a fucking disgrace. Why are we allowing sports ownership, state ownership of football clubs and stuff like that?
Yeah.
It's like, because it's happening to someone else, it's not you, but then it's going to happen to you.
Yeah. And also, as of right now, I know Qatar and Man United was the closest we've seen to disagreeing with what I'm about to say. But it's only ever been clubs that aren't perennial top Champions League title-winning clubs that have been taken over by state ownership. So it's teams who their fans are sort of disproportionately grateful for the idea of being able to win trophies. Or they've had
previous bad ownership.
Yeah.
In the case of City, they had Frank Sinatra, didn't they? Thaksin Shinawatra.
Yeah.
Newcastle had
Mike Ashley.
Old fatty boy.
Mike Ashley.
And so then, when someone starved you so long
Chelsea.
Of care and attention to your football club, and you as fans, and then someone comes along and goes, here's all the attention you want, here's all the care you want, and we'll just carry on doing what we
Because it's fun for a bit, innit, when you put the cheats in on GTA or on a game. It's fun for a bit. You've got
loads of money on a LMA manager. Loads of dosh.
Loads of money, all the guns, infinite bullets. you can fly, you can't be killed. All that stuff's fun for about 20 minutes. And then you go, part of what made this game decent was the challenge of it. I don't know. I wonder if that's happened with City fans a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. Football itself is a moving feast. The thing about state ownership, last thing. Sorry, I just keep going over it. Is that you shouldn't have clubs that are owned by setups, whether it be an industry, a human.
They should be their own company.
But they shouldn't be set up by people that are themselves more powerful than FIFA, than football. Because Saudi Arabia as a country is more powerful and influential than FIFA.
Yeah.
As is the UAE. They are a bigger player in the world than FIFA is. And I just think that there's going to be a problem where, we've seen so much in terms of the way that the World Cups have been dished out, the way that, FIFA itself is hugely corrupt. And I feel as though you've got industries and countries so powerful that they can push things in the way they want.
And it's like they go
disproportionately.
It's like with Qatar, they go. And look, I think some of the fallout to Qatar is crazy hypocritical. Like when you look at some of the issues in the US, no one will ever be going, the World Cup shouldn't be happening in the US, but they'll say it about Qatar because it's a Muslim country or whatever. It does, but one of the selling points for Qatar was we're bringing football to places where they haven't had it before. And in theory, I agree with that idea.
Yeah.
Like you want to spread the game, but that's not why it's gone there.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's gone there for financial reasons or someone's taken a backhander or whatever. And usually there's a pretense of, like when the World Cup was in Brazil, like the Brazilian people are going to benefit from this. And in actual fact, they don't.
No, usually they don't.
The World Cup should always be in Brazil.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? If it was just the Brazilian Cup.
Just have it in Brazil all the time.
What have you been doing recently anyway? Anything good?
Went to Amsterdam.
How was that? How many times have you been there now? Because I feel like every time I speak to you, you've been there.
Double figures. But I hadn't been in a while. I used to go every year. And then just before COVID, after COVID, I didn't go for a while. Then I went 2 years ago and I went this week.
Do you always go to do you stay in the same place?
We usually get Airbnbs in it. Although I have stayed in a few hotels there before.
Yeah.
Make the most of my Marriott points and that.
You're big on that?
Yeah, big on that. But it was good, man. Took shrooms one night. That was fun.
Scary?
No, it's hard. Like you have to. I don't usually.
Is it legal?
I don't partake in drug usage. You know me, innit?
Yeah.
Have a little greenery, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's not real drugs, though, is it?
But I did that. It was good fun, man. I felt like Frodo running. You know when Frodo's running about there and he's looking around and everything's massive.
Yeah.
And then like in Amsterdam, they have shop fronts that look really old. You know, like some of the buildings look really old, or like Ren's Croissants looks like an old style bakery, or you have like a place that sells mushrooms and now they've got all these weird shit. You're just tripping mad balls, man. Yeah, but I thought like I was in a journey. Like
who did you go with?
Just family.
Oh, nice.
A couple of us went, yeah.
That's cool.
It's good,
that
man.
Scares me, that though. The idea of being in public on like something that
you're supposed to take them indoors, innit? Took them indoors and then I went outdoors.
Did you love it?
I loved it.
That's good.
I loved it. It's good, man.
I went cycling this morning. I knew you'd hate this.
I don't hate it.
Are you one of those drivers that hate cyclists?
Yes.
I know you will.
I hate cyclists on the road.
Yeah.
Because you know why I hate them, yeah?
I knew you'd hate this.
Because you know what, yeah? They don't have a fucking... You know when they hit your car, which they do, some twat once hit my wing mirror for literally no reason. In London, it's worse. In London, it's bad.
Right.
Because they all come through and then they're all at the front of your car and then they take about 2 minutes to get going. Now the lights change. You're like, what the fuck's going on? But they can just hit your car and they've got nothing. You can't trace them. There's no number plate. There's no...
Yeah.
But I have to be insured up to the eyeballs and fucking this, that, road tax, this, that. And you can just run around and fucking get in the way of everything.
Go in the bus lanes
and then you got them dicks on the internet that want to like get knocked over. They start cycling into cars and that, trying to get...
I might become one of those guys. Absolutely GoPro'd off my fucking tits. Just like an absolute...
Now, have the one that faces
a ring of GoPros, including that absolute... just absolute drongo cam at the front of that.
I was big into cycling, especially when I was younger. I loved it. Me and my dad used to cycle all over Birmingham. Like, just go really far. But
Would it make you think a lot less of me if, let's say, I got into it a bit and there was videos of me clearly antagonising? What can only be described as vehicular entrapment? I'm just trying to get people to knock into me constantly.
I would knock you over. Because I can get away with it. I'll get away with it. Like, you can't grass on me. Then what are you going to do?
I could.
You can't.
I'll hit you with my GoPro crown, my 360 GoPro crown. Honestly, they're right.
And then you know what else pisses me off as well, yeah? Fucking, there's these dicks on bikes, yeah?
Yeah.
With fucking DJ decks and stuff on them.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I can't even fucking use my sat-nav while I drive. But this prick is driving around with decks on it, fucking cameraed up. Fucking.
I think with bikes, because you're so obscenely like vulnerable, I think that the law is just like, if you want to be an idiot, you're dead.
No,
instantly.
but you're making other people.
But you can't kill other people. That's the difference between a car and a bike. If you fuck around in a car, not really.
They can hurt you.
No, they can, but obviously, if you fuck around in a car, you could kill 6 people, 10 people, multi-car. If I fuck around on a bike, I just die. I just get squashed. Do you know what I mean? But it was my first time cycling on the roads in my life. And I've never...
What shorts did you have on? That's an important question here.
Shorts. It's a really good question. So I had running shoes. Didn't quite work. I had some Man United shorts.
Jesus Christ.
I looked like I'd escaped rehab or something. I had a little white T-shirt with some pink writing on it.
Oh, God.
And then like a sort of luminous yellow running jacket.
Oh, so, you've got the fucking 40 degrees. You're
it was only about 17, but I wanted to be visible. But then I've got a BMX bike. I got the BMX bike helmet on because I've sort of pieced it all together with like from different people that was given to me by my brother. Like I've not really so I've got this big like black dome helmet on that, to be honest, is slightly too small for me, so it's sitting very high on the head. So I look like I should be outside Buckingham Palace with this massive black like hat on. And I'm cycling, and I've only ever seen people cycle on the Tour de France on telly. So I got to a hill, and I thought, I'm going to do what Lance Armstrong does. So I was like up on the bike, like fucking going, like stood up. I got like a third of the way up the hill, and my heart rate was at like 170. I was like, I'm actually going to be sick. And the whole rest of the journey, this hill was like... And then eventually I was like...
just rolled down the hill.
Yeah, just backwards down the hill. For the whole rest of the journey, I was like seeing like twinkles in the corner of my eyes. I'm on the fucking A6. Cars flying past me, and I literally could barely see. I was so knackered from that hill. So I'm not anywhere near fit enough to be doing this yet. But honestly, I just thought, you just get up on your back legs and you pump. And then within like 20 seconds, you're completely fucked.
It happened to me at the gym. Have I ever told you about? When I was at the gym and fucking, all the running machines were out. I jumped in the Stairmaster.
Okay,
fucked. That's fucked.
It's horrible. Fuck.
I think I jumped out in like 20 seconds, bro. Like,
yeah.
Right.
Let's wrap it up, shall we?
I can't breathe.
It's a nice way to end. Thank you very much for joining us. This has been Uncensored. Get your thoughts in the comments below. If you're a cyclist, if you want Ollie Watkins, if you think it's funny that City have been knocked out of the Club World Cup and you want us to be in it, any of the above.
If you've ever taken shrooms in that.
If you've ever taken shrooms in that. See you in a bit.